Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at ChicnScratch. The following video is making this box. It was filmed live on Facebook. Feel free to fast forward through parts of it if you would like. You can also pause it. I do have a free PDF on my website. I have some chick candy over on my website. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you enjoy the following video. Thanks a lot. So we're going to make a cute little box. A Valentine box, of course. I'm a little behind on Valentine projects, but I am going to catch up this week and next week. Okay, so we're using Melon Mambo tonight. And this piece of cardstock, let me pull up my sheet. I do have the measurements so that I don't mess up anything. So this measures 8.5 by 5. So I'm going to get the Simply Scored scoring tool, and we're going to score it. Let's clean up some stuff here. Okay, so I'm going to place it on the landscape side, which is the 8.5-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then I'm going to turn it on the portrait side, and I'm going to score it at 2 and 3 inches. I have made this box before a couple times, and as I get adjusted to working again, I'm going to remake projects that I've made before using new product. Yes, okay. I love this box, and the reason that I chose this box is because I had this amount of candy here. So the little Valentine gummy bears, I get these in bulk on Amazon. Yeah, and you get a whole bunch of little ones. So they're the perfect little size. I've got like a dozen different ways to package these. A little mini Kit Kat will fit in there. 2 of these little hearts. A couple of these Hershey Kisses. Even this little Twix bar. So once I make the box, I'll show you how those fit in there. So that's what this box is made for. I'm going to use my bone folder really quick just so that we have nice crisp edges. Okay, now we've got this 1/2 inch side over here. There's not anywhere else that the box measures 1/2 inch on the side. So we're going to keep that to the right for now. And we're going to cut and cut. And then we're going to remove this section. And the same thing on this side. Okay, I'm going to angle cut that one just a teeny tiny bit, not a lot. And now the rest of these score lines, I'm just going to cut up to the score line, okay? And then I'm going to turn it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. If I could see that line, let's see. My lights, the way I had them positioned, are glaring. Okay, now we're going to take the scallop tag topper punch. Every time I use a punch, I think to myself, oh, please, Lord, don't let it retire. Because this is January, and come April, we're going to get the retirement list. Probably even, yeah, in April. And I start to fear things that are going to retire. Okay, so again, here's this little 1/2 inch side. So always remember that on this 1/2 inch side, you're going to scallop that one, the one next to it. And then you're going to skip one and scallop the next one. Okay? So here we go. And you just want to make sure you center it just like that. We're going to skip this one. So fold those down so that you don't accidentally cut them. And then we're going to do that 3rd one over. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and cut our designer series paper. We're going to need 4 pieces that measure 1 7/8 by 7/8 and 2 pieces that measure 1 7/8 by 3/4. And so I've already cut this to measure 1 7/8. This is in the Brights collection of the designer series paper stacks. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer, Stampin' Trimmer, and like I said, I I need 4 pieces that measure 1 7/8 by 7/8. So I'm going to use this 7/8 mark right here on this side, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get it exactly straight right there. So it's much easier over here. So 7/8, and I'm going to do this 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need 2 pieces that measure 3/4. So this is easy. 1, 2. So that's the leftover from that 6 by 1 7/8 strip that I cut. Okay, so we're going to add, oh, you know what? Let me set these aside for just a second, because we need the, I'll put those there and those there. We need the scoring tool again. So I'm going to get this, and you're going to make sure that you fold down this piece and this piece, and you're going to line this up to the edge, okay? Both of those are touching the edge, and I'm going to take my stylus and I'm going to score at the 1-inch mark. Okay? Some of y'all may recognize this box now. Y'all are cracking me up about greetings from your cold places. It's actually not funny, right? I think everybody's really done with winter. I know I am. And it's just January, so, ugh. Okay, let me get my, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and add the, I don't see my snail. I have some over there on my other video area. This is where I create, and it's where I go live, because all my stuff's behind me. Ruh-roh, turn the sounds off. Okay, so I'm just going to put some snail on here. I may have said this last time, but people that live in warm climate, if you've never lived in cold climate, you have no idea how lucky you are. Okay, so I'm just adding these. If you've lived in a cold climate area, then you know and you appreciate the warm weather. But there are some that's never lived in a cold climate area. I'm envious. Can you tell? I keep asking David to move me somewhere 6 months out of the year. I don't want to leave my kids, but I don't like cold. Okay. Sorry, I know I better stop about the weather. It could be worse, right? Okay, so now let's peel this backing off of the tearing tape. And then I'm just going to fold that over just like that. Now, that's going to be the back of my box. So that means this is going to be the front of my box. So I'm going to turn this over and put my adhesive here, okay? Because that's the front, bottom of my box. And I'm just going to put 1 strip just to save myself some time, because this is just my sample. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold in the side and fold that back and then fold this over. Now, if you're going to put candy in there, definitely put more than 1 strip. But like I said, this is just my sample. So here's our box. I'm going to show you the little gummies. They fit right in there just like that. Okay? And these little hearts, you can fit, I think you can fit 2 of those. I think so. See, because the nugget and the little heart fits in there. And then the Kit Kat will have to fit in there at an angle. And the Twix fits in there perfectly. You could actually put 2 Twix. Candy, right? But if you're looking for sweet hearts. What are these? These are actually Smarties, Valentine Smarties. It don't fit, okay? So that'll give you an indication of, and the little, those yummy thingies, they're too tall. Okay, let's close this box and decorate it, okay? So it's just like that. I love this box. I'm gonna take the flax, Whisper White flax ribbon. Now what I'm going to do is take the flax ribbon again, but I'm going to take just a couple strands. I think this is big enough right here. Let me tell you what the measurements are. So it's 9 inches, and all I did was I took this ribbon and I cut the edge off, and then you get these strands, you know. So that's what this is. This is 2 strands that measure 9 inches. I'm going to take one. We'll see how it looks. But it is 9 inches. Oh, one's going to be perfect. Yeah. I was creating multiple projects today in here. And so I was working on my Stampin' Anonymous tutorial for February. Last minute Angie again. But is it using this same ribbon? I think it might be. I don't know. Like I said, I was working on a bunch of different things. Okay, that's cute, right? I think I need to trim this just a tad. And then this one just a tad. Yeah. Cute so far, right? Okay. The stamp set we're using tonight is Forever Lovely. I am using the Love You. And yes, I know, I'm sorry, I have not used this stamp set yet until today. But this little Love You is going to be perfect for this little teeny tiny box. Okay, where's the stamp? Okay, there we go. And Whisper White cardstock. It's one of my favorite boxes. In fact, I'm going to make all of my favorites over the next month so that I can get caught up on my projects. So yeah. Okay, I'm taking the 1-inch circle punch and I'm going to cut that out. And yes, it does fit in there. That's how I chose this stamp set, as I went to all my stamps that were in the Occasions catalog and Celebration and looked for an image that would fit in the 1-inch circle punch. Okay, cute crew punch. It's in the Occasions catalog. I think this is like the second time I've used that in a video. I'm going to take the 1 1/8 scallop circle punch. And then I'm going to take Real Red. What is this? Real Red Light and Lovely Lipstick Light. And I'm just coloring. See this? So that's the Real Red Light. And then I'm taking the Lovely Lipstick Light. And that's kind of giving me the color that I want. I should let that dry. This one was the one I colored earlier. Oh, I can close this. Okay, now, where's my little piece? This little thing right here, I don't want the tag part because I don't need it. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it off, okay? So now that just leaves me with like a little Pac-Man figure. That does look like a Pac-Man, right? I thought it did. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it here on my mat, and I'm just going to very, very, very lightly pierce those little scallops. Don't press too hard, too far down, because then you'll make a much bigger hole, which is appropriate for a bigger scallop, but these are little scallops, so you just want a teeny tiny hole, okay? And then I'm going to place this right there. Add some adhesive on the back. Oh, come back here. And add it right there in the middle. Next, I'm going to add this little circle. And I want to make sure I add the adhesive to the right side, which is this one. It's a little rough on the other side. I like making little projects, but then sometimes it's like, oh, how do I hold on to it? Okay, and now we're going to take the Love You, and we're going to pop that one up with a dimensional. Okay, turn this over. Isn't that cute? So now all we need to do is add one of these little embellishments. So again, I'm using the little heart down here. And I'm just going to add it right about there at an angle. Isn't that cute? It makes me happy. It's so cute. Cute, cute, cute. I could trim the edges a little of this. I'm going to put the candy out again of what fits inside there. So that way everybody knows what candy to look for at the store. I usually get my candy at Walmart, Sam's, or Walgreens. Walgreens has fabulous candy. Oh, and then I get these on Amazon. So, yeah. Cute, right?